What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video we got two super nice Zoot Nation coming out to represent. We got a 07 GSXR 1000 that is oh so crispy clean, possibly maybe the cleanest 07 I have seen in a long time. This is a one owner bike. The customer bought it brand spanking new. It has 6,900 miles on it. Take a look at how pristine this motorcycle is. Only 6,900 miles, and it has a Yoshimura slip-on exhaust system, the 3/4 exhaust, and we are going to be flashing the ECU and dyno tuning this bike today to see what we can get out of this bike just by tuning and flashing the ECU. But we haven't had a clean 07 on the channel in a while, and I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is definitely the perfect bike we got to put on the channel. Along with him came his friend. He has a 2020 GSXR 750. This thing is in the same condition, oh so perfect. He got a cool black and gold color combination going on. Those stickers look super good with a M4 slip-on and a cat delete. We've already done quite a few of these on the channel, but it's always fun to see just what this one does versus what the last one does. They're all pretty close to the same, but not every bike is equal. Each one is gonna make a different horsepower. We're gonna see what this thing will do. He's got Vortex sprockets. He's got it stretched with bolt-on extensions. And the black and gold combination looks super good. Magic Mike, he's already getting it strapped down, loaded up. We're about to do the baseline pull on this 6,900 mile GSXR 1000 right now. Check out Magic Mike in the new Melania yellow hoodie. Go check out the moremafia.com. Pick yourself up one of these baseline pulls coming up, guys. All right, guys, so the customer just informed me that this bike has a PC3, Power Commander 3 on it. We're gonna do the baseline pulls with the PC3, and then we are gonna remove the PC3, take it completely off the bike, and then tune this bike strictly through the ECU. The customer has complained that the bike has been running rough lately, and he's actually had to put a couple sets of spark plugs in it over the past year. So I think his PC3 is way out of whack, and this dyno tune is really going to help him. We may even have to put new spark plugs today. Who knows? We'll find out here in just a second with this baseline pull. Taking a break from the dyno action. We got our 2022 Hayabusa giveaway bike getting closer and closer to completion. The giveaway for this thing, if you have not heard about it already, it's going down Black Friday. It goes on the website. The spots go available at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're waiting on some more parts for this thing. We're waiting on our extended swing arm. We're waiting on our Brock's Performance titanium exhaust. We've already got the carbon fiber BST wheels installed. I hope you can see those good with the lighting we got here. It's not that great. We did a front brake delete, Corbin seat. We got all kind of goodies on this thing. And as you'll already notice, custom paint job We got rid of the black and copper. We went to black and satin black, and man, it turned out super, super good. Check that out, Black Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Moremafia.com for all the details. All right, guys, let's get back to the action. So we just made the second pull with the GSXR 1000. All we did was remove the power commander. Right off the bat, look, picked up 3 horsepower just by removing the power commander. So a power commander does what you tell it to do. If you tell it to do the wrong thing, it does the wrong thing and you have less power. So you can't just buy a power commander, put it on, and think that you got the ideal situation. Overall, I think this bike is going to be a big gainer. We started with 152. Magic Mike is about to get on this keyboard here, see what we can do by flashing this factory ECU. If you have one of these bikes and you want to get the power out of it, you don't need a power commander, you don't need anything. Mail your ECU into us, we flash it, send it right back to you. Bam, instant power. I'm going to take a quick second to show you what's going on in the ECUs of these bikes. You see this is called secondary throttle plate opening. You can see in first gear on this thing, the bike is super held back. It doesn't go full power until about 8,800 RPMs, and even at that, it's still only 93.3%. So the bike definitely has restrictions in it. With the secondary throttle plates, we open all that up, make the power come in sooner and harder, and then we also correct the fueling. And then the ignition is also really held back in each gear. First gear is retarded a lot. You hear or you've heard of a TRE, timing retard eliminator. That's something you can buy for these bikes. Well, what that does is that tricks the ECU into thinking the bike is in a different gear, so it'll have more ignition timing. Well, you don't need that when you get the ECU flash. You don't need a servo buddy. There's all kind of things that you don't need, little extra stuff. The ECU flash is only 215 bucks. You really can't go wrong, because not only are we getting you horsepower, we're also lowering your fan temps. We'll show you in that here. We drop those down to 195 degrees instead of the 220, which it is from the factory. We can turn off your FI light for any problems you may have. We can custom tailor the ECU flash to your needs. All right, guys, Mike is pretty much done with all the tuning. Let's see what all his work, how much it paid off. With the 1000, we started out at 152 horsepower. We removed the power commander. We gained a little power just by removing it, and then once we flashed the ECU, we ended up at 163.75 horsepower. Huge gains throughout the whole entire RPM curve. You can see at 8,000 RPMs here, we have gained 10 horsepower there as well. So you can see this thing holds really good gains across the RPM curve. We almost ended up with 80 foot-pounds of torque, which is huge on a 1000. You can see here we went from 71 to 78 foot-pounds of torque at 7,600 RPMs. So we're about to unload the 1000. We're gonna roll on the 750. Let's see what the 750 can do with the M4 slip-on and cat delete pipe. finish up the first pull on the 750. It made 120.99 horsepower. Might as well say 121. This thing is super lean, meaning not getting enough fuel. You see it actually maxed out the gauge at 5,000 RPMs. Breathing as lean as the dyno can read. You can also see when it goes up, makes horsepower, and then it falls back off. And this is where Suzuki limits these things from the factory, holds the horsepower back. We're about to remove all the restrictions, fix the air fuel ratio, and watch this 750 shine. Check out the gains on the 750. Big gains throughout the whole entire power curve. Here at, let's put this in engine speed. Here at 8,000 RPMs, we picked up 8 horsepower. That's a big difference on a 750. 8 horsepower on top end is always really good, really noticeable. But 8 horsepower in the mid-range, that's huge, and you feel that every single time you get on the bike. You don't always go wide open throttle. Well, some of you may. I mean, I usually do, but anyways, for the most part, you don't go wide open a lot of times in this high RPMs, but you always feel this. Check out this right here at 5,000 RPMs. We went from 36 horsepower to 45 horsepower. That's a huge gain as well. Not to mention the torque. We went from 36 foot-pounds of torque to 45 foot-pounds of torque. Big gains in the low RPMs. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. Be sure to click the bell for notifications after you subscribe. Smash that like button. Check us out, moremafia.com. We got all brand new merch. The hoodies are here. It's starting to get cool outside. Get yourself a hoodie, stay warm. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I was gonna say something crazy, but I ain't gonna say it. What else can you cuddle up to, Mike, when it's cold outside? Don't say it, Mike. We can't say it. We can't say it. Get a hoodie. Don't cuddle up. All right, guys. That's gonna do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.